I drive for rideshare on weekends. Nothing exciting ever happens. Most passengers stare at their phones, ask for the charger, or fall asleep before we even reach the highway. That's why I still can't explain what happened on the night of October 17th. It was around 2:15 a.m. Rain had been falling for hours, and the roads were nearly empty. I had just dropped someone off outside a small town, about 40 minutes from the city when I saw her. She couldn't have been older than 22. Long black hair, a white hoodie, barefoot. She was walking down the shoulder of the road with her head lowered, completely ignoring the rain. I slowed down. At first I thought she'd escaped some kind of accident. When I rolled down the window, she looked at me with the strangest expression I'd ever seen. Not scared, not relieved, just empty. "Are you okay?" I asked. She nodded. "Do you need help?" Another nod. "Do you need a ride?" She climbed into the back seat without saying a word. That should have been my first warning. The moment she sat down, the temperature inside the car dropped. I actually looked at the dashboard because I thought the air conditioning had somehow turned itself on. It hadn't. The mirror caught my attention. She wasn't looking out the window. She wasn't looking at me. She was staring directly into the rearview mirror. At me, without blinking, for almost 10 minutes. Finally, I asked where she lived. She quietly said, "Just keep driving. No address, no directions, nothing else." About 15 minutes later, my GPS suddenly lost signal. Not unusual, except my phone still had full service. Spotify stopped playing. The dashboard clock froze. Then every notification on my phone disappeared. Complete silence. The only sound left was the rain hitting the windshield. Then she asked, "Do you ever wonder how many people disappear without anyone noticing?" I laughed nervously. "I guess more than we think." She didn't answer. A few seconds later, she whispered, "My family still thinks I'm alive." Every hair on my body stood up. I looked back again. She was smiling. Not a normal smile. The kind where only the mouth moves. The eyes stay completely still. Eventually, she pointed toward a dirt road leading into the woods. "Turn here." There were no houses, no lights, nothing, just trees. I told her I couldn't drive down there. Company policy. She leaned forward until I could feel her breath near my ear. Then she quietly said, "You already have." I slammed the brakes. The car stopped. My heart was pounding. Because I wasn't on the highway anymore. I was already halfway down the dirt road. I never remembered turning. I immediately threw the car into reverse. The headlights flickered. The engine stalled. 3 times. Then, something moved between the trees. Tall, too tall, maybe 7 feet. Standing perfectly still. Watching us. I asked if she knew who or what that was. She answered without even looking. "They're waiting for me." Plural. They. The engine suddenly came back to life. I hit reverse as hard as I could. Branches scraped against both sides of the car. I never looked back again. After what felt like forever, I reached the highway. The GPS returned instantly. Music started playing again. The clock jumped forward by 23 minutes. I pulled into the nearest gas station. The back seat was empty. The door had never opened. I searched the entire car. Nothing, except the rear seat was soaked, like someone had been sitting there in the rain for hours. And lying on the floor was an old silver necklace. It was covered in mud. The next morning, curiosity got the better of me. I searched local missing person reports. It took less than 5 minutes. A girl, 21 years old, reported missing 9 years earlier. The photo made my stomach drop. Same face, same hoodie, same necklace.